Introducing Melanie Chavez. All right, Melanie, tell us about a time when you achieved a challenging business goal. How did you overcome the challenges to achieve the business results?
That's a great question. So recently I was tasked with supporting my community, John Hofstadt's community, about a week and a half ago, and we were second to the bottom in stack ranking, which wasn't a place that we were familiar with. What I wanted to do was take it to the next level and challenge myself on how I could help deliver the results that the company needed. So in order to overcome the challenges, what I did is I took a proactive approach. I put myself available in the pod. I was walking around. I had my headset on. So ultimately, I made myself available to the reps instead of them having to come look for me. I was listening to calls, providing feedback. I gave motivational tips. When I heard something good, I shared it with everybody. So they all knew I was listening, and we gave it our best. Additionally, I kept an eye on RTA to see if there was someone on a long call. When they were on a long call, instead of reaching out via IM asking if they were okay, what I did was I remoted into the call to see if there were opportunities that I could help move the call forward or if they were doing just fine. Along with looking at RTA, I did identify areas where we had availability, made sure the team was staying out of ACW, and making sure we adhered to our breaks and lunches as scheduled. In the end, as a result, the following day, John sent out an email congratulating us on having the most amazing day. As a community, we had a perfect 10 up score. Our net promoter score was 86.7%. Wow. We're able to lower our adjustments $100 from the previous day. Good job, guys. That means our negotiating tips are working. Additionally, adherence was 98.39 and CRT for the day was 533 seconds. So overall, the proactive approach worked.
Awesome, Melanie. Now, provide an example of a time where you established trust with a new team member.
I can think of a time most recently in TCC where I was able to recognize a lady close to my age feeling apprehensive, whether or not she was grasping information as quickly as the new generation. And I pulled her aside to give her some words of encouragement. I let her know I was from the same generation and I understood exactly how she was feeling. I let her know, though, T-Mobile doesn't let people fail. We're a family here. We're here to support each other and make sure we succeed. As a matter of fact, I told her it was less than a year and a half ago that I was sitting there in her seat, feeling the same exact way. Was I going to be able to do this? Look at me now. That day, not only was I able to build trust with her, but I built a friendship with her. As a matter of fact, just the other day, she came by to my pod. She was so excited. She wanted to share with me that she got her first out of line. I gave her a high five, and I was like, way to go, girl. I knew you had it in you the whole time.
That is awesome to hear. Now, tell me about a time when you had to provide difficult feedback to someone in order to ensure success for a project or task. What feedback did you deliver and how did it go?
All right, that's an easy one. Probably a few months ago, I noticed that there's two team members on our team that were really low in sales. So I took the opportunity to approach my coach and say, hey, can I work with these two? I know I can get them to goal. We've got less than a week. We're towards the end of the month. And our stack ranking, I know, isn't where we wanted it to be as a strong AM morning team. So my coach went ahead and tasked me with listening to their calls, being able to provide them peer-to-peer feedback. When I was listening to the calls, I didn't hear anything. They just weren't making offers. So the feedback that I had to give them was by not making these offers, they were allowing customers to miss out on great deals and promotions. I helped them with positioning statements and said they could always go back to their Z audit as a great way of transitioning into offers. They were surprised on how quickly and how happily the customer reacted once they positioned an offer. I think by hearing that, it immediately gave them the confidence that they needed to move forward in order to continue making the offers. They took the feedback very well. They were grateful to hear how to do it because ultimately it was their confidence that they lacked, and they weren't quite sure on how to position the offer. So they were very thankful that I took the time out to give them my tips and tricks. They were able to make their own transition statements to fit their own personality. As a matter of fact, that month, our morning AM team jumped from stack ranked 18 up to number 3 in the center. The girl that I helped was pretty sad when I first sat down with her. She wasn't used to not making a bonus. She was at about 86% to goal. When we went through the numbers, I told her this is the one stat that's impacting you. If you can give it 100% for this last week, I know you can get there. She ended up the month at 105% to goal, was happy she did not have to miss out that bonus. We like that money.
Perfect. And for the final question, describe an instance in which you persuaded your peers to see the T-Mobile big picture.
That's easy. I'm always an advocate when it comes to T-Mobile, the way we do business. I understand being in the wireless industry, you've got to adapt to change. Everything's always changing in the wireless industry. I believe in embracing it. I personally like the challenge with the transition to text when it began for our community. There were a lot of my peers that were apprehensive of the new roles. I took the opportunity to let them know, I know a lot of them were wanting to career path. Look at the opportunities this is going to bring. There's going to be more coaches, there's going to be more senior experts, TMs, even look at just the incentive just if you want to work the weekend. You've got a higher opportunity of shifts. So think about it. The more you can tame and talk to the same customers all the time, think about how easy that is. You're not having to trust other departments to fulfill your customer needs. You're going to learn a whole new aspect of billing, of sales, other things that you weren't used to with tech. You're that one-stop shop. And with the great customer, think of the greater picture and what that means for you as an individual. We always like that. What's in it for me? Hey everyone, thanks so much for this opportunity. My name is Melanie Chavez, and I am Jefferson Strong.